Sufism and the divine command and decree, Qada, a mystical reconciliation. Assalamu alaikum, and welcome to Sufi Essence with Hammad Syed. One of the most profound and often perplexing questions in theology is the relationship between Allah's absolute power and decree, and our human free will. If everything is preordained, do our actions truly matter? Today, we delve into Sufism and the divine command and decree, Qadar, a mystical reconciliation. We'll explore how Sufism transcends intellectual debates to offer an experiential understanding, finding peace, purpose, and profound submission within this intricate paradox. Join me as we unravel this deep spiritual mystery, understanding Qada and Qada in Islamic theology. Before diving into the Sufi perspective, let's briefly define Qada and Qadar, his ultimate will and judgment regarding all events, past, present, and future. It's the overall blueprint. Qada, divine decree, judgment, refers to Allah's pre-eternal decree. Qada, divine ordainment, measure, refers to the execution or measurement of that decree in time and space. It's a specific manifestation of Allah's plan. Both are fundamental tenets of Islamic faith. Muslims believe nothing happens outside Allah's knowledge and will. However, this raises the question: if everything is written, where does human choice come in? He also grants humans a capacity for choice and responsibility. Mainstream theology addresses this through various doctrines, emphasizing that while Allah knows and decrees the paradox, determinism and free will, the tension between Qadar and human free will has puzzled philosophers and theologians for centuries. On one hand, asserting absolute divine power without any human choice can lead to fatalism, negating accountability for deeds. On the other hand, asserting complete human free will, independent of divine decree, can limit Allah's omnipotence and knowledge. Sufism acknowledges this intellectual paradox, but seeks to resolve it not through rational argument alone, but through direct spiritual experience and a shift in perspective. This means seeing Allah's active presence and wisdom in every event, whether joyful or sorrowful, seemingly chosen or imposed. For the Sufi, the ultimate reconciliation lies in deep inner realization and surrender. The Sufi perspective. Seeing Allah's hand in all things, the Sufi path emphasizes experiencing Tawhid oneness at every level. Trust, Tawakkul. The Sufi cultivates absolute trust in Allah's wisdom, knowing that whatever befalls them, it is ultimately from Him and for a divine purpose. This doesn't mean passive inaction, but trusting the outcome after having exerted effort, Contentment, Rida, a higher station than patience, Sab. It is being genuinely pleased with Allah's decree, accepting it wholeheartedly, and recognizing that even in adversity, there is hidden mercy and a means for spiritual growth. Beyond blame, the Sufi strives to move beyond blaming others or themselves excessively, understanding that Allah is the ultimate orchestrator of events, while still acknowledging human responsibility for actions. Given verses, the chosen. A subtle distinction. Sufis often make a subtle distinction. Qada, the given. Many events in our lives are given to us. Our birth, our family, certain trials, the overall circumstances. Our efforts, prayers, and intentions are also part of Allah's Qadar, as He enables them. These are expressions of divine decree where our will has no say. The Sufi's response to these givens is acceptance and submission. The striving of the servant is also part of the divine plan, Qadar, the chosen, measured response. Within these givens, we are constantly presented with choices: how we react, how we strive, what intentions we hold. This is where our measured capacity for choice comes in. The secret lies in recognizing what is decreed and what is given for us to choose within that framework. The mystery of the veil, hidden wisdom. For the Sufi, the relationship between Qadar and free will remains a divine mystery that the intellect cannot fully grasp. Wisdom, hikmah. Every decree of Allah is imbued with infinite wisdom, even if it is beyond our limited comprehension. The Sufi trusts in this wisdom, the veil, hijab. Our inability to fully reconcile this paradox is a veil that prevents us from seeing the complete reality of Allah's power and justice. This veil often exists to ensure human responsibility and moral striving, and to purify the self, knowing that our striving itself is a divine gift and part of the decree, beyond dualities. At the highest levels of Marifa Gnosis, Sufi transcends the dualities of determinism and free will, experiencing both as interwoven aspects of the one divine reality. It's a knowing that comes from unification, not separation. Living the reconciliation, active surrender. How does a Sufi live this mystical reconciliation? Constant dhikr and muraqabah. Maintaining a continuous awareness of Allah, allowing the heart to be aligned with His will. Sincere effort, jihad al-Nafs, striving to do good, to obey commands. By embracing the paradox of Qada wa Qadar, not just intellectually, but experientially, through submission, trust, and contentment. The seeker finds an unparalleled inner peace and a deeper intimacy with Allah. Humble supplication dua, praying fervently, knowing that dua can alter aspects of Qada, as taught in Hadith, while still submitting to the ultimate Qada. Share your reflections on navigating Qada wa Qada in your life in the comments below. Embracing adversity with grace, seeing trials as opportunities for spiritual growth and manifestations of Allah's wisdom, rather than as punishments or random events. Letting go of control, realizing that ultimate control belongs only to Allah, which ironically leads to inner peace and liberation from anxiety. This is an act of surrender, a dynamic trust in Allah's plan, while fulfilling our role as His Vistrants. The sweetness of submission, the Sufi approach to divine command and decree, transforms a perplexing theological dilemma into a pathway of profound spiritual liberation. It is in this beautiful mystical reconciliation that one tastes the sweetness of complete servitude. It is the very essence of Sufi essence. Thank you for joining me on this profound exploration of divine command and decree. If this lecture resonated with your spirit, please like this video, subscribe to Sufi Essence with Hammad Syed until our next spiritual unveiling. May Allah bless us with sincere trust and deep understanding of His divine plan.